Time program. How are you? Are you doing okay? Are you saying, hi, Mrs. Ceil, how are you? I hope so. I'm doing well. And I would like for you to stand up so that we can shake it up and wiggle it out a little bit, and then we'll see what's happening today, okay? All right, I like this song. This is Can't Sit Still, because sometimes I just can't sit still. I need to move around. And this is one of those times.
Well, if you can't sit still, here's a game we play. Listen to the words.
Listen to the words, to what they say.
I got my fingers wiggling to the rhythm. Got my
Wiggle your fingers to the rhythm.
to the rhythm.
I like to wiggle everything, but those are my fingers right here.
I can't sit still. I got my shoulders wiggling to the rhythm. Got my shoulders wiggling to the rhythm.
Are your shoulders wiggling?
My shoulders wiggling to the rhythm, and I can't sit still. I got my nose wiggling to
Your nose. Can you wiggle your nose?
wiggling to the rhythm. Got my nose wiggling to the rhythm, and I
Making
can't
fun of faces, I know that.
I got my knees
Okay, your knees. I don't know if you can see my knees. And I'm trying to wiggle them to the rhythm.
Oh, I got my knees wiggling to the rhythm, and I can't sit still. I got my chin.
Oh, your chin.
Got my chin wiggling to the rhythm.
I don't know if my chin's wiggling or my neck is wiggling.
Wiggling to the rhythm, and I can't sit still. Now touch your head.
Touch your head.
Touch your shoulders.
Touch your shoulders.
That's it. Touch your knees.
Touch your knees.
Now your toes.
Now your toes.
Touch your shoulders.
Touch your shoulders again.
Now your toes.
Now your toes.
Yeah. Touch your knees.
Touch your knees.
Now your head.
Back up to your head.
Listen now.
Now listen.
Head,
Head.
shoulders,
Shoulders.
knees,
Knees.
toes.
Toes.
Touch your shoulders,
Shoulders.
knees,
Knees.
toes.
Toes.
Touch your head.
Touch your head.
Shake your body.
Shake it all around.
Freeze. I got my head shaking to the rhythm.
Just your head.
Got my head shaking to the rhythm. Oh, I got my head shaking to the rhythm, and I can't sit still. I got my toes wiggling to
Toes.
the rhythm. Got my toes wiggling to the
You're all the
rhythm.
way down.
I got
But my toes like the rhythm.
rhythm, and I can't sit still. I got my elbows
Your elbows. Are you wiggling your elbows?
wiggling to the rhythm. Got my elbows wiggling to the rhythm, and I can't sit still. I got my hands clapping to the rhythm.
Okay, clap your hands to the rhythm.
Clapping to the rhythm. I got my hands clapping to the rhythm, and I can't sit still. No, I can't.
Sit still. Okay. Is that how it is for you? Sometimes you just can't sit still and you wiggle and you move, and maybe somebody at home says, would you please just sit still? Well, then I think you need to get up and dance at that point and get all your wiggles out. Okay, so are you ready to see what's next? I hope so. Sit back down and I will come back and we'll talk about it. Boys and girls, I think we are going to play our memory game again. We did it the last time, and if you remember, I said that it's good to play memory games because that makes our mind smart. And it also exercises our brain. Our brain needs exercise too, just like our body. When we start the program and we're dancing and moving, we're giving our whole body exercise, and that's good. That's how we stay healthy. But our brain needs to stay healthy too, and it needs to exercise. And by playing a game, like the memory game, our brain gets exercise, and it gets strong, just like the rest of us. Okay, so we have to start off by seeing what pictures are underneath the cards. Now I put some new ones up this time. So we're going to look at them and we're going to see if we can remember them. Are you ready? Let's say them together. Say them when I point to them. Ready? Star, tree, kite, elephant. Okay, look at them and let's say them together one more time. Ready? Because you have to remember them after I cover them up. Star, tree, kite, elephant. Okay, take a good look at them again. And let's say them just one more time. Star, tree, kite, elephant. Okay, so now is the time when I'm going to cover them up. And I'm going to take off 3 of the cards from the pictures, and you have to tell me what picture is still covered. Okay, ready? I'm going to take off 3 cards. Okay, think about what's under this card. Do you know what it is already? Did you remember? That's good if you do. Okay, did you say the elephant? If you did, you are correct. Okay, I'm going to cover them up again. Okay, now I'm going to take 3 different cards off. Ready? I'm going to take that one off. I'm going to take this one off and this one. Okay, do you remember what picture is under that card? Think about it. Are you saying it already? Did you remember what it was? Did you say the tree? If you did, very, very good. Okay, let me cover them again. Okay, now I'm going to take off 3 more cards. Let's see. I'm going to take off that one, and that one, and that one. Okay, what's the missing picture? What picture is under that card? Do you remember what it is? Did you say the star? Super, because that's the one that's there. Okay, you know what? You're probably really good at this game. So what I'm going to do is add 2 more pictures. I'm going to add 2 pictures from the other day. I'm going to add the butterfly, and I'm going to add the apple. Okay, ready? So now it's the butterfly, the star, the tree, the apple, the kite, and the elephant. Okay, now I have to cover up 6 of them. Take a good look at them. Want to say them one more time? Say them with me. Butterfly, star, tree, apple, kite, elephant. Okay, here we go. I'm going to cover them up. Okay, are you ready? I'm going to uncover some of them and you have to tell me which one is still covered. under there? Do you remember? Think about it. Did you guess that it was the apple? All right. Okay, now I'm going to make it a little tricky for you. Take a look at them. You see them? Okay. I'm going to cover them up again. Okay, now I'm going to leave 2 of them covered, so you have to tell me which 2 are still covered. Ready? I'm going to take off this one, and this one, and this one, and let's take off this one. Okay, do you remember what's under there? Think about it. Now I have 2 covered. I almost forgot what's under there. Do you remember? Let's try this one first. Do you remember what's under that one? Did you say the star? Excellent. And how about here? Do you remember what's under that one? Do you remember what picture we were talking about? How about the kite? Yeah, very, very good. Okay, we're going to try one more time. This is the last time. Ready? I'm going to cover them up. Okay, they're all covered. Let's see. I'm going to take off this one, and this one, and this one, and I'm going to take off this one. Do you know what pictures are under these 2? Think about it. Think about it. This is one of the pictures from last time, and then this is one of the new pictures. Do you remember? You remember which ones they were? Did you guess the apple? Okay, you did. Very, very good. And how about over here? Did you guess the elephant? Wow, if you did, super duper. But you know what? Games like this are really, really good ones to make your mind nice and strong. So maybe you can play them at home with your grown-ups. I think that would be a lot of fun. Okay, so now it's time to find out what our project is going to be. And I will be right back so we can see what it is. Boys and girls, I'm sure you noticed that the alphabet is not on the board next to me. So today we're not going to do an alphabet project. We're going to do another different project, something else. And I'd like to show it to you, and then I will tell you how we will make it. Do you know what it is? It's a little chick, and our little chick likes to dance. I love to make projects that have little dancing legs because I love to dance. Okay, let's see how we're going to make our little chick. And our little chick has feathers too. I really, really like feathers. So first things first, you need this. You know what this is, don't you? Yeah, it's a paper plate, that's right. So you have to get your yellow crayon and you need to color one side. Doesn't matter which side. You could do the bottom side, you could do the top side, but you have to color as much as possible. Try to make it as yellow as possible because your little chick is yellow. All right, so It's going to take a while to color it, so maybe you want to do it later and just watch how we're going to make the chip. After you color your plate yellow, it's going to look like this one. And then you're going to start to glue the pieces on. So the first thing that I would like for you to glue on would be your little chick's feathers. Now you have 2 orange ones, and the orange feathers are going to go on the side of your chick. Okay, so put some glue on the side, on each side, and put those feathers on. And of course yours is going to be down on your table or your desk, wherever you're working, so they will stay still. Don't hold it up in the air because they're not going to stick on too well. And then take the yellow one, and that's the one that's going to go on top. Okay, so they're going to start to dry. I would like for you to take the little googly eyes next. Now the eyes, and I'm going to hold up the finished project. The eyes have to go closer to the top, okay? So put on some glue and put your googly eyes on. Then the next piece is a little orange square, and I need for you to fold it, but you have to go point to point, okay? You have to fold it point to point, and it's going to turn out into a triangle shape. It started out as a square, and then you fold it over point to point, and it looks a little bit like a triangle. Then I need you to put glue on one side and stick it to the plate underneath the eyes, okay? And that will be the beak, and the beak is sticking out of the plate a little bit. So it looks like your little chick is chirping. Then you're going to let that stay down and dry a little bit, and I need for you to get those long strips of orange paper. Now you have to fold it back and forth so that you get the fold to make the little legs of your chick. And if you have a grown-up around, maybe they can help you. It might be easier if you find it a little difficult to do, because it's not as easy, but once you do it, you'll know how to do the next one. So you have to fold one part down this way, and then you have to fold it the other way. Then you have to fold it back this way again, and then that way again, and then this way, and then that way, and this way, and that way, until you get to the bottom. And if you do it like that, you get your paper to look just like this one. Now you have to do it to both of them, okay? And after you do that, you can glue them to the bottom of the plate, okay? Because that's where the legs are going to go. And then you have 2 pieces that look like this, and that's the little chick's feet. So the very last fold at the bottom, you put some glue, and that's where you're going to attach the little foot. When you're finished with all that gluing, your chick is going to look like this one, and it's going to be able to dance as well. But make sure everything dries before you pick it up and start shaking it, because if it's not dry, you're going to lose the feathers, you're going to lose the eyes, you're going to lose the legs, everything's going to fall off, and you're going to have to start all over again. So make sure that it's dry before you have your little chick dance. Okay, so there's a picture to color, and the picture has 3 little chicks on it. 1, 2, 3. And they're with their mama hen. So I colored mine so you could see what it looks like if you colored it. And I left my hen white. I decided I wasn't going to color my hen. I was going to color the hen's head and the beak. And then I colored the background. I colored the sky, and I left the clouds white too. But you can color it any way you want, and you can use any colors you want, because it's your picture. And that's the fun thing about coloring. You can do your pictures any way that you want to do them. Okay, so boys and girls, the last time we were trying to make our mind nice and strong by remembering things. So we reviewed our shapes and colors and how we say our colors in Spanish. So I would like to try that review one more time because it's good to keep your mind sharp, to keep it working. Okay, so here we go. Here's our first shape. What was it? A square. And we colored it this color, red. And how do we say red in Spanish? Rojo. Very good. And we did this shape. What is it? A circle. And we colored it this color. The color is green. And how do we say green in Spanish? Verde. Okay, we did this shape, a rectangle, and we colored our rectangle this color. What is it? Blue. How do we say blue in Spanish? Azul. Yes. And we did this shape. What is it? A triangle. And we colored our triangle this color. Yellow. And how do we say yellow in Spanish? Amarillo. And then we did this shape, an oval, and we colored it this color. Brown. How do we say brown in Spanish? Marron or café. And we did this shape, a diamond, and we colored our diamond this color, purple. And how do we say purple in Spanish? Purpura. And then we did this shape, a heart, and we colored our heart this color, pink. And pink in Spanish is rosado. And we did this shape, a star, and we colored our star this color, white, and white in Spanish is blanco. And then we colored this picture with this color, and that color is orange, and orange in Spanish, anaranjado. And then we did this picture, and we colored the pictures this color, black, and black in Spanish, negro. Very, very good. Okay, I hope you remembered it, and that's a good way to make your mind nice and strong. Okay, if you want to take the time to do your project on your color sheet, you can pause the video and work on it now, or you can just sit back and relax because I am going to read a story. And I'll be right back to do that. The name of today's story is I'm Not Reading by Jonathan Allen. Oh, look inside the cover here, boys and girls. It is full of little chicks. Baby Owl sat down with Owlie under a tree in the field by the farm. He had his favorite book with him. Sit quietly, Owlie, said Baby Owl, and I will read to you. Baby Owl had just opened his book when along came Tiny Chick. You're reading a story, Baby Owl, cried Tiny Chick. May I listen too? All right, said Baby Owl, but I'm not reading unless you sit quietly like Owlie. I will, said Tiny Chick. Before Baby Owl could begin, along came Tiny Chick's two brothers and sisters. Baby Owl's reading a story, they cried, hooray! And they jumped onto Baby Owl's lap. Hold on a minute, protested Baby Owl. I'm not reading unless you all sit quietly like Owlie and Tiny Chick. We will, said Tiny Chick's brothers and sisters. Baby Owl had just reached around them to open the book when along came Tiny Chick's 7 cousins. Baby Owl's reading a story, they cried, hooray! And they all piled onto Baby Owl's lap. Wait a minute, shouted Baby Owl. I'm not reading unless you all get off. Wah! He cried. But the chicks didn't hear him. They were too busy pushing and shoving. Just then, along came Tiny Chick's school friends and their brothers and sisters and cousins. What are you all doing? They cried. Baby Owl's reading us a story, shouted Tiny Chick. Really? Asked one of the chicks. Where is Baby Owl? Sure, you can't even see him. I'm here, said Baby Owl in a muffled voice, and I am not reading. I'm being squashed. Help! Oh, there he is. Then along came Baby Owl's dad. Poor Baby Owl, he said, lifting him up gently. What on earth were you doing under there? I was reading to Owlie when Tiny Chick came along, then his brothers and sisters and cousins, and then everybody else came too, and they all wanted me to read to them, and they all sat on my lap, and I got squashed. It's not fair, said Baby Owl. Along came Tiny Chick's mom. Oh dear, she said. I think Tiny and his friends are a little bit overexcited. They do so love being read to. Well, said Baby Owl's dad, perhaps Baby Owl will read to them if they promise not to squash him. Yes, we promise, said Tiny Chick. Please read to us, Baby Owl. All right, said Baby Owl. Hooray! Cried all the chicks, and they jumped up onto Baby Owl's dad and Tiny Chick's mom. Baby Owl laughed. Then he opened his book and read them all a story. The name of his story is Fluff. Later, Dad took Baby Owl home and tucked him into his warm, cozy bed. Shall I read you a story, Baby Owl? Asked Dad. But Baby Owl was already falling asleep. Good night, Baby Owl, whispered Dad. Good night, Dad, mumbled Baby Owl. Good night, Owlie. And I guess he fell fast asleep from his busy, busy day. Okay, boys and girls, just one thing left to do, our ending song, and I will be right back so we can do it together. Boys and girls, we're going to end today with the song, Hands Are Clapping. Are you ready?
Hands are clapping, clap, clap, clap. Hands are clapping, clap, clap, clap. Hands are clapping, clap, clap, clap. Clap your hands, my darling. Toes are tapping, tap, tap, toes. Toes are tapping, tap, tap, tap. Toes are tapping, tap, tap, tap. Tap your toes, my darling. Arms are swinging, swing, swing, swing. Arms are swinging, swing, swing, swing. Arms are swinging.
That's fun. Boys and girls, I hope you had fun today. It was a little different again, and we had some fun making our mind strong, making our brain exercise. Give it some exercise, right? Okay. Until I see you again the next time, please stay well, be happy, and have lots and lots of fun. I hope you're always having lots and lots of fun. Okay, bye.